ice. It seems to be looking good. Just where are you at in terms of your confidence level with his recovery?
Real good. Like he's had a schedule. He's looking really good. So another great step for us.
He said that his target originally was the Calgary game, ahead of schedule, maybe like a Saturday off the table, or is it?
I at this point honestly don't know, but we'll talk. I haven't talked to Thatch since the practice. I mean, on the ice, I said I thought he looked really good. We talked about it. I don't see much daylight. There's only that eclipse about 3 days ago. It's the only eclipse. There was no eclipse in the net. He looked really good. So we're gonna kind of go day by day now.
Different injury last year, but he came back for you and found his stride right away. Like, how much confidence does that give you that he can do it again here?
Well, I think the one thing about Thatch, he blames himself on every goal. Like, he thinks he can stop everything, but he likes the fact that he knows what we're trying to do here system-wise. And if we can, like I said, limit the chances against him and the post-to-post stuff, that's obviously going to help us win more games. But for me, with him is he's just dialed in. I've never seen him happier, because I think him dealing with it, whatever he's done, he got whatever he had cleaned up. I think it's really boosted his confidence level. I really believe that.
You've seen him happy?
Yeah,
We have not seen that side of it.
yeah. He was smiling today.
So Rick, you said whatever he's had cleaned up. Was there a procedure?
No, I'm just saying it's just there's stuff that he could do rehab-wise that really helped, and you could just tell that he's really excited.
Does that provide a bit of a boost around the room as well when he's coming back?
Well, he's your rock, right? So when he does come back, obviously it instills confidence. No different when your really good hockey players are out for. I think Lindholm coming back, and I thought he played hard last game. He's going to instill confidence in in our team too, I think. But obviously Thatch is our rock.
If you think he can play Saturday, you'd want to love him in there.
I don't know. I really don't. Just like I don't know if McDavid's going to play or not. That's the I don't know, right?
You said a couple of days ago that, why not win the division? You guys, it's right there. You've worked this hard. Why not finish it? It seems, from a tactical advantage or an opponent, it's not what it once was. No matter who you get, it's going to be tough. And so is it more a psychology thing, a confidence thing to just go ahead and do it?
Well, there might be psychology. I think once you clinch, sometimes players keep their foot off the gas a little bit. You got to be careful, because you want, I've always felt in past history, you guys probably know this too, the good teams that play down the stretch usually are successful in the playoffs. So, that's my message to players, is make sure we keep this thing going in our habits and stuff like that, because it's hard to just turn it on and off. So that's really the message.
Do you worry at all about the psychology if you don't win the division, having led it?
No, not at this point. I don't think so. I don't really worry about that sort of stuff. No, I don't.
Plays into the day-to-day mantra of your team.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. We worked on a couple things in practice. Yesterday was yesterday. You have to. Especially, there's some guys in there inexperienced at this point of the year, and I think you go day to day, it calms everybody down, I think.
When you look at the starts this team's had the last couple of games, obviously first period's been an issue. Part of that's been penalties. How important is discipline come Saturday night, keeping Oilers power play up?
Well, it's huge. It's, I don't know, I think I said 4. We had to kill 3 penalties in a row, I think. It's a killer. It's really hard to do it. Sure, it's going to happen some games, but it's just been the last couple of weeks. It's tough. You put yourself behind the 8 ball, a fluky goal, a power play goal, and then all of a sudden you're down 2-0. So it's hard to chase the game.
Looks like you're balancing your lines a little bit based on what you showed today. Looks a little similar to what it was early in the year. Is that kind of the thought to get some more balance throughout the lineup?
Well, there's different options. There's different ways to go. And you just play. Obviously you use the coaches, and we debated about this. Yeah, I'm a big believer in the depth wins hockey games, and we're going to go this way and see how it goes.
What about that's just you fully expect him to play Saturday?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Last night you talked a lot about the missed shots. Is that something that you like? Is there a certain drill or something that you can work on in practice to kind of limit that, or is that more muscle memory?
Well, it's a lot of reps of muscle memory, and I think it's also a focus level too. So, going down the wing, and, you know, you have people getting the net, that's so important to get the puck on net on those situations, then it goes wide. Especially the Oilers team, if you miss the net wide, you just start their breakout. That's why it's a focus level for us to make sure we hit the net. But even the shot velocity doesn't always have to be hard. It just has to be in places where it's uncomfortable for the goalie.
Have you seen enough from Silovs, like, assuming it's not Demko on Saturday,
Yeah.
that you go 3 in a row with him and put him in such a high-stakes game?
I don't know. I'll talk to Clarkie about that. We'll probably discuss that tomorrow. Yeah.
Kind of weird scheduling, and you saw the Oilers 3 times in the first
Yeah.
dozen games.
Yeah.
And obviously, that was then, they
Sure.
had their issues. You've talked recently about, you know, Vegas and LA and wanting to be in these types of games. I mean, how excited are you just to see this Edmonton team that is different than the one that you saw early in the year?
Well, I mean, let's face it, since then, probably, you know, one or two probably the best team in the league, them, and maybe you go call, I don't know, there's probably 3 teams, but they're in the topic of that. They've turned their season around, they're humming. So it's a good test for us, even before the playoffs. So I think, I find the guys are excited about the Saturday night game. I really do.
Rick, you said last night that you were happy with how Lindholm played in his return.
Yeah.
How nice was it to see him kind of hit the ground running, coming back from injury?
Yeah, it's good because he's been out for a while. I think he's a veteran guy. Sometimes veteran guys can kind of get into it a little quicker. So yeah, no, and it's good that he gets these 2 days. Like, we're not playing tomorrow, or these 2 days he can kind of get himself back again.
You guys end up, I think, killing all 5 of the penalties that you took last night. How important is he in that?
Yeah, him and Teddy, I think, are, you know, our 2 best penalty killers, and then you can have Dak and those guys on the second, third pair. Now it's huge, and then I think he won a few draws there, important draws for us. Yeah.
With Hughes, so last night, 22 minutes, even strength, 27 overall. Is there any temptation to, even though he's playing, kind of limit his minutes, or is it just a game-by-game situation?
Yeah, I mean, it's game by game. I mean, I think that's a little high for him. I thought it might have been, you know, sometimes I think it's too much. He had a couple of shifts that were too long, I think, and we got to make sure that we do limit him. That's not too much, for sure.
We've talked so much about him. We get stats every
Yeah.
night, like certain milestones and things. Like each of the last 2 games, he's been on a list where the only other 2 names are Bobby Owen and Paul Koff.
Yeah.
When you see, like, is that the ultimate example of just how incredible this season has been?
Yeah, I mean, it's some of the stuff he does, like on his breakouts, how he turns on a dime. I mean, I think somebody did an article about what skill would you want, and every guy said, I wish I had Huggy's skill of turning on a dime on the puck. I mean, that's really what hockey's all about, changing direction, and he's probably one of the best in the league at it. So that skill alone gives him just an advantage over everybody.
What do you say to those who think he shouldn't get the Norris?
Well, I mean, I'm obviously biased, but he's had a hell of a year, and we're in a position we are because of him. So, I mean, that's usually what you vote for guys that have impacted a team. I don't know how many points we were from, 20 or 30 points more than last year. He's a big reason why.